Hey guys, welcome to Mesh Gaming VR. We are here in the new studio. It is not quite set up yet. Still need to get the green screen, get some better lighting. I don't have any lighting really. So still getting set up so that I can do some more personal one-to-one videos like this, but that's not why you're here. You're here for a TPCast unboxing. So I got my TPCast the other day. So we're going to go ahead and open it up and take a look at that. So let's go ahead and get to it. I'm going to reposition the camera and we'll start opening it up. All right, so let's go ahead and cut into this with the trusty bat knife. We'll go ahead and get this baby open. Put that back. All right, so some nice cushiony wrapping stuff. Throw that away. Empty box. Toss. All right. So here is the TPCast box, the retail version. I think we need to focus just a second. Okay, all better. So, as I was saying, this is the retail box. Front, back, not a whole lot of information here. It's got the HMD receiver, transmitter, and power box, so this should be a fairly quick unboxing. Let's go ahead and get this plastic off. I don't like to damage the box if I can help it, just in case I need to return it or I need to store it. I like to keep the boxes in a decent working order. So this slides off. So a nice looking, no, what is that? Okay, so I'm still getting used to the new camera. I apologize for that. Apparently the focus brackets, I guess they are, show up unless I've got it on face live mode. So note for future me. Anyways, with that cleared, let's go ahead and open up. Got more stickies here. Let's go ahead and open up the TPCast box. All right. So as you can see in here, we've got Anchor battery pack. We have, this is the receiver, the TPCast, and the modem, I believe. So let's take a look at the device itself. It is pretty small. Now if we grab the Vive over here, I'm sure you guys have seen this before, but it's, you know, very reasonably sized, so size comparison to the Vive. Not really very much that's going to be touching your head, just these two very soft pieces. Let's get that out of the way. So there is that piece. Here is the battery pack. So it's got a USB and it's got 12 volt. Not sure, but receiver, not receiver, sorry, I keep saying that. It's the battery plug. All right, and this is your receiver. Hold on. TPCast quantity transmitter. This is your transmitter. Sorry. TPCast transmitter. Also very small. This is my first unboxing since, you know, the HTC Vive unboxing was lost because of the Nikon not recording it properly because stupid limits. Anyways, so this is a pretty sizable Anchor. I've actually got another one of these that is exactly the same, so I've got a second battery. I love this thing. I got this when Pokemon Go was a thing, and this kept my phone charged through many of hours of wasting my time walking around in the real world. I mean, seriously, what the hell was I thinking? I think I was thinking I didn't have VR at the time. No, I had VR. Anyways, I don't know what I was thinking. End of story. There is that, a very good power supply there. A bunch of miscellaneous things that I'm not going to go into with the anchor, as well as, if we can get this out here, there's an inner section. Toss that. Just kind of wedged in there pretty good, actually. And we get the tiniest little USB cable I have ever seen. Ta-da! This is not gonna help anybody, really. I mean, I don't know why, but hey, it's there! Yay! Now we'll throw it on the floor. It's part of the kit. It'll go over there. Right, so that is everything that is in the nice foam case over there that we're going to just toss behind us. Let's go into this section. So there's a couple of hidden sections in here. So to the side, we've got a belt. So this little belt for you to probably hang your power supply off of. Let's see. There's probably some way that this attaches. Doesn't look obvious at first, but I guess you could just wrap it around here and put the other, put the anchor in, and it would kind of hold firm. All right, so nice little mesh carrying case, pretty high quality, and actual usable cables. Kind of crappily packaged up in the plastic with just a piece of Scotch tape. Toss that. And let's see. Yep, dropping. All right. Tiny HDMI to HDMI. Hopefully there will be instructions on this at some point. We have. Twist all of this. Get the ties out. This is all one thing. All right. So got USB and power cable here, with USB power cable and second USB over here. So this is going to be our power connection. We have another box in here, like this. It goes upside down. Nope, maybe it goes like this. There we go. All right, so in here we have a TPCast modem. Now, I just spent close to $400 on a gigabit modem. Probably didn't need to. My Netgear R7000 that I had when I got gigabit internet over here just couldn't handle it. It should have been able to. I don't know if it was damaged in the move, but whatever. Couldn't handle it. I was getting single-digit speeds on a gigabit connection. So I went out and bought the Asus ROG modem, tri-band, bells, whistles galore. Unfortunately, with the TPCast, it goes through a modem, and you really can't get around it. And this is not a gigabit modem unless it has changed since the last time I heard about this. This is a 100 meg download modem. So if you have any, if you have a connection that is above 100 meg down, then you're going to have issues with this like I do. The solution is quite simply to, put this back here, go to Amazon, Micro Center, somewhere, and get yourself a NIC. So this one right here was $10 off Amazon. I'll put the link in the description. Super cheap. And it's just going to be pull it out, plug and play, and you'll be good to go. So that, I think, is a requirement for getting your TPCast up and running if you have a high quality connection, one of the upper end Comcast tiers, or Uverse, or any sort of fiber, Google Fiber, whatever. You're going to want this going through a second NIC. And some motherboards have two Cat5 connections. If you've got that, you're solid. You don't need the other NIC card. Me personally, I'm going to throw that in there, have this run through that, have my internet run through the other the motherboard's network adapter. Hopefully that doesn't cause too many issues, but that's the plan. Anyways, let's get box packaging out of the way, stick that over there. We'll make this pretty in a minute. All right, so this is your power adapter for the bad modem. And if you've got, I mean, it's not a, I'm not going to say that it's a bad modem. It just, compared to what I have, it's kind of bad. I really wish there was another solution in place for that. I'm not too happy that that is still a thing. So that's gone. And then we have safety and regulatory guides. So if you need some nighttime reading, let's see, user guide and installation. So I guess we're going to need that at some point. And the limited consumer warranty, very important stuff. Don't throw this away. Keep this, very important. All right, and that's an empty box. So nice packaging. Everything was nice and snug in there. Let's go ahead and clean this up and make it look pretty. And through the power of movie magic, here we are. So yeah, packaging good. Let's get this set up. So make sure you put this in the right slot for your motherboard. Initially, I put it in that top slot up there. It's hard to tell because the lighting is piss poor, but I put it in that black slot right up there, and for some reason that killed one of my eSATA solid state drives, which just so happens to be the solid state drive that I record all of my videos to. So when I plugged everything back in and hit record on OBS and it said it couldn't find my X drive, I was very upset and freaking out. Took the card out and it immediately started recording, dropped it into the bottom slot, not the black slot, and it is working perfectly, and my X drive is there again. So, pro tip, when installing your NIC, make sure that you put it in the right slot. Your computer gets angry if you put it in the wrong hole. Okay, now it is time to get that set out. I did actually pull out the instructions just to make sure I'm doing everything right, especially for this part. I don't want to screw up my Vive. So we are going to pull the connections out. I don't know if you can see, I am just going in there and pulling these guys out. They are very snug in there and take some effort. At least the HDMI is very snug in there. You can hear that they are being disconnected. So you're just going to pull them out of this. Which for these angle brackets isn't super easy. Usually because I want to go the other way. So flip it around and send it out that way. It's a little bit easier. Not by a whole lot though. Especially when your headset is just dangling by the strap. I do not like it dangling that far off the ground. This thing does not want to get out. There we go. Damn it. Alright, this can just go away because I've never used the audio cable. And then just thread them out the back here. Try and get back in focus. So the Canon I got the focusing feature, not as powerful as the Nikon's, but at least it doesn't shut down on me. So there is that. Okay, so old 3-in-1 cable gone. Right. And then let's see, flip it around. Yeah, there you go. So there's that. There's this, and we are going to connect the short cable into the HDMI slots. In with the elbow grease, but I don't want to break it. This is slightly expensive. It'd be great if I could see into there so I could line it up. There we go. Right. So the HDMI cable is in. That tiny little baby cable. Right. Next up, it wants us to. So we removed all of those, which was much more difficult than it is in the picture. And now it wants us to connect the things. Oh god, it wants us to loop the stuff through the stuff in this guy. All right, so TPCast is in the front. So want it like that. That doesn't want the TPCast. Okay, so here you are going to see me screwing up and fiddling with the TPCast and trying to install it backwards, mostly because the paper instructions that come with the TPCast are horrible. The diagrams in there make it look like the connections are supposed to go towards the back of the head, and the wires are supposed to run under the TPCast and plug in from the back. But what you're going to see here is that they're nowhere near long enough to do that. If you look at section 1 of the paper instructions, they say to download the client software. You definitely should do that because the video and the pictures in there are far superior than anything in the paper instructions. It's weird because that step is before what's in the box and component description, and then section 4 is connection instructions. So if you skip straight to connection instructions, you miss that whole client download section, which I would really say don't do. So I feel like they told me wrong in this. It shouldn't be pointing towards the back. It should be pointing towards the front. You can see back here where it shows you sticking all of the things through, and it's got the connectors on this side, and it's saying stick them through this way. So really, I followed the directions, and the directions were piss poor. I'm going to do it the other way, and the instructions be damned. So let me. How am I going to do this now? Let's pull this out. So now we have this guy, and it's going to sit more towards the back, but I think that's probably okay. But that's about as far as you're going to be able to get your strap. If you like it higher up on the back of your head, then oh well, I guess. There's not a whole lot you can do. You can kind of thread it in here, but it's sort of that middle ground is gone. All right, so that is finally connected. Let's grab this stuff. All right, so this is at finally connected. These illustrations are piss poor at best, to be perfectly honest. All right, power box connection instructions. I think this is fairly self-explanatory. Plug the power into the power on the USB into the USB and then stick it in the mesh sack. All right. So we've got our mesh sack here with the belt loop. So you can stick this on your belt. You can use the included belt. Let's go ahead and get it all hooked up. So we've got our USB and our power, which will go into USB and the power over here. And this Anchor series has actually 2 USB ports. So in theory, you could use this to power another device if you wanted to shorten your playtime by that much more. So actually, nope. Strike that. I take that wrong. I take that back. That was wrong. So apparently we did need instructions because I already screwed it up. These two go into here. And then this goes into there like so. Those are the holes that it goes into. And then this just slides right in to these 2 USB. And what I like about this is it's got the 4 dots there with a button on the side for you to press and light up. Apparently it lights up when both of these are plugged in though. So there is that. And we can stick it in our little sack here. Right. And now got a nice nifty little belt. Stick this around here. It's built for a wide waist. I'll probably make it a little bit smaller than that, but that'll do for now. For testing purposes, take it, stick it through there. And hey, look at that. A nice little sack hanging off our waist. So that's going to be interesting, fiddling around with that and not hitting it. And then, hey, we are almost wireless with the TPCast. So now we need to get the receiver set up somewhere, or the transmitter. All right, so for the receiver box here, you basically just pull the HDMI and the power strip out of your link box. So the 3-in-1 cable is just sitting there plugged into the link box. You don't need the USB cable from that. You just need the HDMI and the power cable. Plug it into your transmitter. And really the transmitter, I believe, should be up higher. But with as short as that HDMI cable is, that's the best place that I can stick it for now. I do plan on getting a longer HDMI cable and maybe a longer power cable, but that power cable is also pretty short, so I'm not sure how I am going to stick that up somewhere. Need to get an extension cord and a longer HDMI cable, and I have no idea where I'm going to stick it. Probably mounted on the wall somewhere, I guess. I don't know, but we'll figure it out. All right, so in a web browser, you are going to go to www.tpcastvr.com/support and download the TPCast client. So apparently there is a TPCast video.
TPCast wireless adapter for.
I'm just curious on how they did this really quick. Oh, no, they did it the same way that I did it, apparently. Well, that's not how it looks like in the instruction manual, so apparently we fought with it needlessly just because the instruction manual said to. So go ahead and download or watch that video and then download the TPCast Wireless Connection Assistant. Alright, so now we have this TPCast installation wizard that we'll run through. Yeah, sure, that's fine. That'll probably change when I format. I will format later. Alright, we will launch TPCast, and it should verify that everything is working for us. It is. Wi-Fi name, Wi-Fi password. You guys aren't going to watch this. Okay, so this wants me to look at the TPCast and put in a Wi-Fi SSID and Wi-Fi password for the router that we just created, not my personal information. So I'm going to go ahead and skip over this step. Okay, so that is on the label on the back of your transmitter and is super simple to find. Right, so we have our installation guide here. Oh, so this should have been the first step. Connection of the HMD. So we have here. Yeah, this one looks better. Yeah, so I guess I should have gotten the client software first. I would recommend you guys get the client software first because these diagrams are slightly better than the previous. Oh, no, this one right here. This diagram should have been in the paper instruction. This would have saved me a half an hour of fighting with the fucking TPCast trying to get it into this end with wires that obviously we're not going to go there because the paper instructions make it look like these connectors are on this end. Anywho, whatever. Installation guide for this, installation guide for this. And it's not the Vive streaming box, it's called the link box. So this terminology is wrong. Anyways, connection of router. All right, we're done with all of that. Boom, Wi-Fi setting exceeded. Please continue to play after replugging the power. After replugging the power? What? Why are we replugging the power? What are we replugging the power on? What? Don't smile at me. What the fuck does this mean? I guess I will try replugging the power on the transmitter and the router, and we'll see what happens. All right, well, I have replugged the power. Power box connection. Make sure that this can see. All right, that's good. Yay! Connection completed. That only took, what, friggin' 2 hours? Nah, I'm pretty sure I started this at 9 o'clock. So all told, this has been a 3-hour installation so far. All right, so HMD is not right. I don't have anything in the HMD, but I do have a power light on. So I don't know what they mean by HMD is not bright. Please start VR software. Pull up Steam. Let's just click Start Steam VR. Back down here. Give it forever to start up. All right. We were connected. We look like we were connected. It shows connected. Can it show connected, please? Any day it wants to show connected, that'd be great. Do. So why isn't it connecting? HMD is not bright. HMD is very much not bright. So the transmitter, the receiver is right next to this guy at the moment. So you're supposed to put it up high somewhere, but I can't really do that because of the included HDMI cable is not up high enough. So what is going wrong? HMD is not bright, which pulls us. It starts up Internet Explorer. Ew. Alright. Blank screen, Vive helmet. There's a blank screen. Yes, SteamVR is running. We can hear the birds chirping. Wireless connection assisted display is connected. Connection successfully, but helmet has a blank screen. The side power indicator is green. Side power indicator is green. Light on PC transmitter is steady on, and lights on helmet receiver are steady on. Transmitter has a steady on. Everything has a steady on light that I can see that has a light. All of it is steady on. And they're 3.5, 4 feet away from each other right now. Let's see. Light the PC transmitter. Light on the PC transmitter and lights on the helmet receiver flash quickly. No. Verify the short connection of the helmet is well inserted into the helmet and plugged into the receiver. If the issue persists, please contact TPCast support. Oh, wonderful. So let me unplug this and replug this back in. When in doubt, reboot, right? Alright, now the transmitter is receiving. They look like they're syncing up. They're flashing rapidly. They are solid green. So they're talking to each other. I just get the blank blue not tracking screen in the headset. So that's awesome. I'm glad I went through all this trouble. Make sure that these are connected in here properly. Yep, those are connected. Alright, so all of my connections are connectionified. I hear VR Home. I hear it. It's flashing. What does it say? Waiting for device. Let's see if we can get an error message. No, it thinks it's connected. It's connected, it's just not tracking. Maybe this was what I was supposed to reboot. Okay. Alrighty, so the unplugging the power or replugging the power or whatever. Must have been reboot the Vive headset. And the instructions. Oh, hey, look. I have... Let me start up the mirror. Just approve. Display mirror. Here it is. Here's the crude mirror. I have... Oh, hold on, let me pull this too. I'm just kind of half-assed putting it on my head and looking around. Nice. So, no discernible lag. I'm not going to go too crazy here at the moment. We'll jump into a game of something really quick, and we will cut to that in a second. Okay, so here we are. We are in Sprint Vector, which is the fastest game that I could think of that I have in my Steam inventory. This is probably going to be the next video I do, followed quickly thereafter by Doom VFR. But here is going to be a little sneak peek. Now I can't show you any of the menus, which is why I'm turned around. I can't show you the UI. I can't show you the tutorial section. The only thing that I can do is a quick run of Arid or Ice. So I will probably do Arid, as I like that map better. It's sort of the first one that I was introduced on, but we'll go into this during the Sprint Vector video. I'll walk through both maps and do a full-on run of each. I'm just going to do a quick, relaxed pace run to test out the connection. So far, I haven't noticed any lag whatsoever, so I'm going to cut while I jump into the menus behind me, since unlike some large name YouTubers, I actually respect the developers when they tell me not to show something, so I'm not going to show you guys the UI, sorry. But I will be back in a minute and we'll see how this handles under load. Alright, here we go. Sprint Vector. I'm playing Cosmo on his blue skin.
Look at that! We're racing towards a bad end!
So the first thing I noticed is that the headset has to sit farther back on my head than what I would normally find preferable.
And they're on the wall. No hesitation.
It feels like it's gonna fall off, which I don't like. I'm gonna miss that jump. Oh well. I said this was just a relaxed run. Screwing up. Screwing up badly. I said relaxed run, but this is embarrassing. Alright. That's not the route that I normally take. I just wanted to try it out since I'm not going for speed this round. Ooh. Bonk. More bonk. That performed pretty admirably.
They'll keep their heads until the next race.
Yeah, 207, that's horrible. I'm not even going to put that on my list. Alright, so that is TPCast. And my headset is about to fall off my head. I can't look up. So there are some issues. I'm not sure if I can put the headset over the TPCast. Oh, I just walked off. with that, I am going to end this video. Hopefully you guys found it informative and useful. Please be gentle. It was my first unboxing and first setup. I promise you the instructions were confusing. The stuff that was sent with the paper, that was bad. Really, really bad. Don't follow the paper instructions. Get the client, download the client immediately. It has better pictures. They are color pictures. The written instructions, use that for firewood, use that for kindling, start a Christmas fire with it. Get the client. It tells you to do it in step 1, but I was like, I don't need the client to hook this together. No, get the client. Those instructions were far better than anything I had while I was putting this together. Don't be stupid like me. Get the client, follow those instructions, and you'll be much better off with putting this thing together. Yeah, that's going to do it for me. I have become an Amazon affiliate, so if you guys want to support the channel, I've spent a lot of money. I got a new Vive because the Black Friday deal. I've got the deluxe audio strap to do an unboxing on that. Hopefully that one won't be nearly as long as this unboxing and review, but I will have to reconnect that fucking TPCast. Hopefully round 2 will be much easier than round 1 was. Let's see what else. Yeah, please like, sub, comment down below. Hopefully this picture-in-picture will get better with a green screen back there and better lighting. Right now I've got some pretty atrocious lighting, just this. I want to be more professional for you guys. I want to do more. I'm approaching 1,100 subscribers, going on 11,000 hopefully soon. So I would like to start doing better for you guys and earning some of, the love and attention you guys have been showing the channel. So I really appreciate that from you guys. So thank you. Yeah, that's gonna do it. I will see you guys in the next video. Later.